Hello.
Merry Christmas to you too. Hi, Renee. How are you? Good. It's good to see you. Yes. Merry Christmas. Hi. Do you guys want the rest of your bag? Yeah. No. The best.
We are the 2023-2024 Band and Choir Board Presidents Kelsey Handy and Eve Colby. And we would like to welcome you to the 2023 GHS Winter Concert. We have a lot of great holiday classics for you this evening, as well as some tunes you've maybe never heard of before. We hope to see you all at some other performances this year listed in your programs. If you haven't done so already, please take a moment to silence any devices you may have with you this afternoon. We hope you enjoy the GHS Winter Concert. Without further ado, the Grantsburg High School Concert Band will perform Leroy Anderson's Sleigh Ride.
All right, thank you everybody for coming to tonight's, winter concert for the high school concert band and concert choir, as well as our jazz groups. That was Leroy Anderson's Sleigh Ride, and we'll go right on to the next part of our program here with some interesting new instruments that we have not used, at least since I've been here with the concert band, and that is the handbells. Those are going to be played back up here in the corner. Wave to the crowd and bell ringers back here by Milo, Greta, and Caden. And this is actually a part that's not originally in this piece of music that you're about to hear, Hymn for a Child. And this was written originally by James Swearingen, dedicated for the birth of his second granddaughter. So I encouraged everyone in the band, after we read a little bit about that story, to try and find someone in their life to dedicate this performance to. So if you're one of those lucky folks out there who this is a dedication, enjoy. Without further ado, Hymn for a Child.
and welcome to the choir portion start of our concert. So this is a group we did not see at the fall concert because I was deciding what groups are we going to have this year, and we're still figuring that out. But we have our jazz choir coming up next. Some of them have to get rid of instruments and other things, so they'll be in here in a second. But we are going to sing a version of Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. I sang this myself in high school, and I loved it, and we were talking about trying to do something for the Christmas concert, but the piece we were working on wasn't necessarily a Christmas piece, so I dug in the archives of my brain and I found this piece. So that's what we decided to work with today. While I have these students, oh, here they come, look at them. We had a number of students who, many of them are in jazz choir, but on December 4th, we had a number of students participate in the USC VMA District Honor Choir, which is a group of neighboring schools around the area. So those 7 students that represented us there, most of them are here: Greta, Kelsey, Kaden, Alex, Selah, Tara, and then also Eve, who you heard speak earlier. So those 7 students represented us at the District Honor Choir on December 4th, so if we could give a round of applause for those students too. And they're here, so I don't have to talk anymore, so here we go.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Take a Yuletide. From now on, our troubles will be miles away, miles away. Happy golden days of your friends who want you to us. Here's a good news once once more. Through the years we all will be together.
thank you, and welcome the high school jazz band once again to the stage this year. You saw them earlier this year at the GHS Fall Concert, and we're back again with 3 tunes. This group is only a group that meets, this group only meets Tuesday mornings from 7:30 to about 8:05, depending on how long I can steal them for. So that's only once a week for about a half hour at a time, and we're still able to put together all this stuff. That just goes to show how much these guys are willing to work outside of class, outside of our normal stuff, outside of all the things that they have going on in the rest of their lives. So big thank you to them. And really quick before we move on, another round for Jeff there on the tenor sax. So, all right, we've got 2 more for you from the jazz band, and then we'll hear a little bit from some brass, exciting stuff happening along with the choirs later on, but I'll save that for later. Here we go with some Auld Lang Syne. And we've got one more tune for you from the jazz band, a little Feliz Navidad. Before we get into that one, I just want to first acknowledge our solos before we go. That's going to be Kelsey Handy here on alto saxophone, as well as Ella Kamer here on alto saxophone as well. Be listening for those guys as well, and give them a hand when you see them sit back down and finish their solo. And one last announcement I want to make. Some of you are aware that if you've heard from the kids in band and choir at the high school, we're taking a trip to the Ordway Theater in March to see Hairspray, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We're hoping to get permission slips and all that stuff in by the end of this week for students, and then we'll see how many seats we still have available and open it up to parents that want to come along, siblings, that type of thing. But just wanted to remind everyone of that, and we do have, if you want to support us financially in helping us get to that type of event and others in the future, we've got the infamous orange box sitting out there asking for donations. So we appreciate any kindness you can give on that part, and without further ado, we're going to go on with some Feliz Navidad. Thank you again for coming, and enjoy the rest of the show.
For the final choir portion of our concert. We have 4 selections for you, one of which you just heard, which was Coventry Carol, which is a Christmas song, but also not entirely. It has a meaning that is rather dark. And so we're going to continue that theme with a song that I meant to do for our first concert, but with only a month of time, I decided I would save it. And even though it's not a Christmas song, I think it ties the theme together of this choir portion of the concert and talking kind of about the circle of life. So with that, Gravedigger.
Cyrus Jones, 1810 to 1913, made his great-grandchildren believe he could live to 103. 103 is forever when you're just a little kid, so Cyrus Jones lived forever. Grave digger, will you dig my grave? Could you make it shallow? So that I can feel the rain. Grave digger.
Muriel Stonewall, 1903 to 1954. She lost both of her babies in the Second Great War. But you should never have to watch as your only children are lowered in the ground. I mean, never have to bury your own babies.
Dig my grave. Could you make it shallow so that I can feel the rain? Grave digger. Around the old sea, oh, pocket full of posies. Oh, ashes to ashes. Oh, we all fall down. Grave digger, when you dig my grave, could you make it shallow so that I can feel the rain? Grave digger. Shallow, so that I can feel the rain. Grave digger, when you dig my grave, could you make it shallow, so that I can feel the rain, I can feel the rain. Oh, grave digger, when you dig my grave, so that I can feel the rain.
Well, we let our brass players get set. This will be the last time I talk, but these will be the last two selections of our concert. Coming up, we have an arrangement of "O Come All Ye Faithful," which we have multiple copies of in our music library here. And I looked around and I found one with some brass. And I took it to Mr. Frozine and I said, "Can we do this?" And he said, "Yeah, we can do this." So we tweaked a few things, but we are really excited to add some brass to this. And I get to use a baton, which is also really fun for me because I don't get to do that. And then we will close with a selection called "Believe" from the Polar Express. So some quick thank yous before we get started. I would like to thank my colleague, Mr. Jesse Frozine, for being a great colleague, and he had the band play some really, really cool stuff. So big thank you to him. Big thank you to our administration, specifically our principal, Matt Haas, and our superintendent, Mr. Josh Watt. Our custodial staff deserves a huge, huge, huge thank you for keeping these spaces clean. I would like to give a special shout out to our accompanist, Mrs. Carrie Java. Big round of applause for her, please. And our brass players on this last piece will be Mr. Jesse Frozine himself, his wife, Mrs. Emily Frozine, who teaches band at Luck, and Aaron Downing on tuba. So thank you to them as well. And a big thank you to our students for a good first semester almost. We'll be done in January with first semester, but first two concerts of the year and a rousing success in my opinion. So thank you.
Seems the magic slipped away. We find it all again on Christmas Day. Believe in what your heart is saying. Hear the melody that's playing. There's no time to waste. There's so much to celebrate. Believe in what you feel inside. Give your dreams away. To fly. You have everything you need if you just believe. Trains move quickly to their journey's end. Destinations are where we begin again. Ships go sailing far across the sea. Trusting starlight to get where they need to be. When it seems that we have lost our way, we find ourselves again on Christmas Day. Believe in what your heart is saying. Hear the melody that's playing. There's no time to waste. There's so much to celebrate. Believe in what you feel inside. Give your dreams away to fly. You have everything you need if you just believe.